Morning, everybody. I just want to share a short video with you guys on F150 2002 F150 window switch problem. Basically, what was happening is that I started noticing that my window didn't want to go up, so sometimes I had to press real hard on the driver's side switch, and all of a sudden one day it didn't stop working, didn't want to work no more. So first thing I thought was, maybe the switch. So I took off the whole thing, the cover with the switch, and there's a cover in the back right here that goes like that. So I took that off. I looked around, the soldering contacts. I couldn't find nothing. So then I decided to take off the top part, and that was where my mistake was at, because I took off the buttons that go here and actually broke some of them. So I ended up having to buy a new part. I mean, a used part from a junkyard. But if I would have taken, if I would have looked at this real carefully from the beginning, see, this is the one that I was having issues with, the driver's side switch. This one. And so what had happened is that, since this is the one that usually goes by the fastest, because it's the one that's being used more than any of the other windows. So what happens is that over time, because of the pressure that you're applying, the soldering here, these three belong to the driver's side, these three belong to the passenger side, and then these three over here belong to the back part, to the back windows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the back, and this is the driver's side. So 1, 2, 3. So what happened is, since this was failing, I ended up paying real close attention. And if you look at the bottom, you might see where the soldering is cracked, or that it's not touching it's not like touching the green part, like it's not soldered on it. So because I started seeing these, and then I compared them to these, to the other ones, and none of them had that cracking at the bottom. And these were all working. The ones that didn't have the cracking at the bottom, but these over here had the cracking at the bottom, and these ones are the ones that were not working. So what I ended up putting is, I bought me a soldering it's not like a gun, but it's like a soldering kit, and I melted the metal with a soldering kit, and I applied it through three drops of soldering. 1, 2, 3. I plugged it in, and voila, it started working again. My only mistake, like I said, was taking off the little caps, the black caps that go here. That was my only mistake, because if I would have paid attention real close before I did that, I would have, I could have used this one again. But I didn't, and so I ended up having to buy a used part at the junkyard. But yeah, that's what happens most of the time. If it doesn't work, or if you're having to push real hard on it, or a lot of times you gotta go like that a lot of times, and it'll start raising up or down, and it's probably that your contacts on the back part have already come loose. They have cracked at the bottom. So take a look at that first, and you might be able to save you some money, and it should be an easy fix. But don't do as I do, that I went ahead and removed the things right here, and I actually ended up breaking some of them. So now when I would put them back, they were not nice and tight. They would just end up being stuck on one side and stuff like that. But I mean, it's pretty easy fix, and that's what was happening on mine. The soldering on this switch for the driver, all three were already messed up. And you can see how that happens. Like also in this one, the light right here won't turn on, because look, these things have little lights, so that you can see, like, just an indicator of your controls. So on this one, so you can see it. Well, anyways, one of these things right here moves up and down. It's lost its soldering right here, so it's not making good contact. So I gotta drop a soldering drop there, make it have contact again. But yeah, that's what usually happens with these switches. If you have to press real hard on it, or if you're having to, press it several times to pull up, it's probably the soldering on the back. Check it out, see if it works for you. I just thought I'd share a little something with everybody. Again, thank you for watching, and God bless you guys.